Today's weekly discussion. Who is your favorite person and why? I chose three different people because, yeah, that's honestly just who I am. And at the time that I was asked, or that the class was asked that question, three different people came to my mind. So here we go. And I'll get into why in more detail after I say these. Hold on. So, who is your favorite person and why? Number one. Numero uno. My best friend and baby sister through bond, who I have known for almost 3 years now. That's freaking crazy that I can even say that. Number two. My favorite singer, I'd say nowadays, wasn't always my favorite singer, honestly. I used to not listen to him that much at all, but recently I've definitely started listening to him more. Kendrick Lamar. And numero tres. Goku. From one of my all time favorite animes, Dragon Ball. Slash Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z Kai, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super. You know the drill. Now, here's why I chose those three people. Number one, again, my best friend and baby sister through bond. Because, no, we do not share blood. But the bond is still there, in my eyes at least. Jenna Claywell. Y'all know her as Lavender Rain. If you're subscribed to her channel, plug in here, do so. If you aren't, I'll link it in the description because, she already got mentioned in this video, so why not? But if you aren't subbed to her already, go do so. You've seen her on her channel, you've listened to her on her channel, and you've also probably listened to her on my channel, whether it was through covers or live streams that she's been on. We met almost 3 years ago, which is crazy, and that was something that ended up happening specifically because of a group that I got added to by a mutual best friend of ours that, wanted to add me because it's a group that involves role playing and I guess in a way, even if it's, not through talking, because, we send texts, not audio stuff, but because of what we do in there, it involves, role playing, getting into character, acting, making stories up, all that stuff based on just our imagination and, improv, basically. And yeah, I met her through there. We didn't really talk that much at first, but from what I remember, I want to say it was around December 3rd, if I'm getting that date correctly, that something happened and I ended up texting her privately outside of the group to, check on her because I like to think of myself, especially within the most recent time in my life where I've had to, do some reflecting and grow as a person. I like to think of myself as a pretty nice person. Also, if you hear background noise, pausing real quick, sorry. Dogs and my parents just got home, so it's probably going to get pretty noisy. And I might have to stop talking because I'm pretty sure mom is going to come in here. But regardless, until that happens, decided to check on her to, just make sure she's okay, see if I can help if anything was going on. And we didn't really click at first, as in like, you know, there was some hesitancy there for her own reasons that I'm not going to go into. I think I might have talked about it on this channel already, but even if I didn't, that's not really important to this video. Long story short, we met after a while, we started talking some more, and eventually, grew to have that best friend slash sibling bond. And she's someone that I know I can count on, I know I can rely on, I know I can go to, if I ever just need someone to talk to and get away from all the craziness of the world. which we unfortunately have a lot of right now, whether it's in my personal life or not. I'll admit I don't, do that as much as I probably should, but that's for my own reasons of just my own experiences and how they shaped me to trust people. But that's a completely different story. So, regardless, she is one of my favorite people. I'm pretty sure I literally even in titles of live streams called her my favorite baby sister before because that's just how I view her. Me personally. Best friend, favorite baby sister. That's just, how I am. Next, Kendrick Lamar. Why is he my favorite person when it comes to singers as of recently, you might be asking? Simple. Me personally, I love how relatable I find his music. For instance, not going to get too much into it because, not trying to start a war on my channel. I will if I have to, but not really trying to. But regardless, if you know about the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, I think y'all can tell what side I'm on when it comes to that. Really enjoyed his music throughout that whole thing. Then we have GNX, where his music becomes even more relatable, in my opinion. So I just love that within hip hop, which I've been a fan of for the longest time because of what my dad listens to and me growing up listening to that type of music through Hot 97 on the radio whenever, I'd be in the car with my dad. I just find his music, especially nowadays, very relatable to what's going on. The messages I take from it are, fight the power when necessary, fight the oppression when necessary, stand up for what's right, stand up for you, for what you believe in. Don't let anyone silence you, and you know, make your voice heard. And yes, I'm aware. I've said the same thing like 3 times, but you get what I mean. That's what I personally take away from his message, as well as if you're a minority, whether that be you're a woman or you're a POC, person of color, or doing a video. Hold on, be right back. Hi, I have returned. But yeah, whether you're a POC, person of color, a woman, a person who's an ally to the LGBTQ community, or a person who's in the LGBTQ community, basically, any of the groups in the world who have been oppressed and were told your voice doesn't matter, whether they were literally told that or made to feel that way, what I take from his music is your voice should and does matter. And he's someone kind of similar, in my opinion, from what I take from his music and from what I've heard and honestly can see now from how I'm listening to it. It's pretty similar to someone like Tupac, who wasn't afraid to fight the power and fight the injustice. And in my opinion, we need more people like that. We don't have enough people like that, unfortunately. So that's why I love his music. And will that change in the future? I don't know. Probably not if he keeps making music the way he's been doing. But who knows? But me personally, with my views and what I stand up for and what I see as what's right and what should be done to make this world better, I highly doubt that he's going to stop being my favorite artist, or at least one of my favorite artists. Número 3. Goku from the Dragon Ball series. Why is he my favorite? Kind of for the same reason, honestly. Because his story is about a baby who was sent away. Like, if you know anything about Dragon Ball, you know, but regardless, I'm gonna tell it anyway. His story is about a baby who was sent away from his home planet when it was getting destroyed, and he was supposed to come down to Earth and, conquer it, destroy everyone here and get it ready for the Saiyans. But that's not what happened. He hit his head and ended up becoming basically the complete opposite. He was supposed to come here to be a villain, and came up here to be a hero after forgetting everything and being trained by people like Master Gohan, Grandpa Gohan, and Master Roshi, who became his master a long time later. Um, and what I take from his story, especially where we are right now within Dragon Ball Super, even if the anime has been gone for I don't even know how long at this point. Here's to hopes it comes back soon. But regardless, what I take from his story is a sense of growth. Now, you can argue, oh, well, his character doesn't really grow that much. Yeah, when it comes to all the filler and all that other stuff that, we mainly get shown, you wouldn't be wrong. It takes him a while. But he still gets there, is my point. And his story that I take is, the character growth and the growth of someone who grows as a husband, a father, a friend, a protector, a warrior, someone who came up from nothing and made something out of his situation in one of the best ways possible. And again, does that mean he's a perfect character? Of course not. He has flaws, even if he doesn't always address those flaws. But it's the fact that when he does address those flaws, he actually tries to get better. And he tries to improve. Something that, me, myself, I'm trying to be like. Something that I think everyone should strive to be like. But that's just my opinion. So there you have it. Jenna Claywell, Kendrick Lamar, and Son Goku. Those are my three favorite people. But hey, I'm curious. What are your favorite people? Or who's your favorite person? If you only have one, who is your favorite person? If you have more than one, who are your favorite people? You don't have to tell me, but if you want to, feel free to do so in the comments down below. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Peace out for now.